Friday, because sometimes you just have to do it, regardless how excited you are about your business ventures. But you need to take some time off to regenerate. And I generate my batteries. Now they're fully charged, and I'm ready to help you better understand your insurance coverages. And why do I do this? Why do I do this? Years ago, my mother bought a life insurance policy for my father. And when he passed away in 1990, it was very disturbing to me because my mother purchased an accidental-only life insurance policy. This is a personal story. Now, at that time, I was not in the insurance industry. However, I didn't know my mother had a life insurance policy on my dad. So when my dad passed away, she took the policy to the funeral home, and she found out it was accidental-only life insurance. Of course, it did not pay because my father passed away of natural causes. He passed away of cancer, unfortunately. And I never forget the look on my mother's face when they told her it was an accidental-only life insurance policy. She had been paying those policies for the last 16 years. She had every right intention to do the right thing, but it was just kind of misleading, the words in the policy. It started off with protection, but as later on, the policy turned over to be an accidental life insurance policy. Not understanding the full documentations and what's in the literature of a life insurance policy. Listen, when you purchase life insurance, it's not always about, okay, go cheap. You cannot do that because you're going to pay the price in the long run. You cannot, you say, this is cheap policy. I got me some life insurance. That's all I need. But see, these policies can change over time. Now, you're looking at the face amount and you're looking at how much it's going to cost you monthly. A lot of you are experiencing your life insurance policy going up over time because the cost of insurance goes up over time. The policies that I offer are term, universal life, and whole life. Now, when you purchase a term insurance policy, hopefully this is the last policy you will ever need. And the reason why I say that is because there is an opportunity within a term insurance policy to convert it over to a universal life. Now, why would you do that? Because you don't have to be tested. The only way they're going to base the price of the policy is your current age and what health status you was when you purchased the policy and initiated the policy. Regardless of your health. Now, if you have the policy for 10 years, you don't need all that insurance anymore. You have $300,000 term insurance policy. You can get it reduced down to $100,000. You can get it reduced down to $100,000, and now that'll fit in your budget. Or you can get as low as $75,000. Some companies will go as low as $50,000 on a universal life insurance policy. However, but if you haven't purchased any life insurance at all, if you're just sitting on the fence and just worrying about, I need to get a life insurance policy one of these days, today is one of these days, okay? Today is the day. Stop procrastinating. Stop procrastinating. I get these families all the time. They come to me, and I do appreciate them coming to me. They say they want to go through that experience again. We lost three family members within a year. We lost three family members within a year, and the cost of purchasing a burial today is over $15,000 for a traditional burial. $12,000 to $15,000. Now, if you have that money tucked away, that's fine. Now, if you say, well, I own my house and my kids can sell my house, well, that takes time too. Or your job policy. Let's talk about your job policy because I do get this pushback a lot. Well, I have job insurance. Over 95%, you're at a 95% ratio that job insurance will not pay. So you're at a 95% chance your job life insurance policy will not pay. So you within that less than probably 5% that if something happens to you on your job, that life insurance policy on your job may pay. 95% chance that policy will not pay. And if you retire from your job, or if you quit your job, or if you get laid off, those benefits goes away. However, if you're in a union, and a lot of you are in unions, if you don't continue paying those union dues after you retire, those benefits can also go away, especially the culinary. What I'm finding out about the culinary, now, if I'm wrong, call me and correct me. If you stop paying your union dues for the culinary union after you retire, you lose that $10,000 benefit. You'll lose it. My name is Donald Marquez. This is Your Insurance Connection. Contact me. Let's get you some life insurance. Let's take care of your whole family, your husband, your wife. Now, Father's out there, it's Father's Day. You want to give a nice gift to your family? Give something back. Pay it forward, like Robert Smith did. Purchase some life insurance for yourself. Listen, as a man, you need to take care of your family. It's a man's responsibility to take care of his family, whether you're here or not. That's 100%. You need to take care of your family, whether you here or not. And stop being procrastinating about, well, what you trying to kill me? No, nobody's going to try to kill. What am I going to kill you for? Go to prison for the rest of their life. What benefit is that? That makes absolutely no sense. We have to stop putting these roadblocks in front of us. Kimberly just had a young man on the show today talking about generational wealth. What a beautiful conversation. We need to continue this conversation among ourselves all the time, every single day. And how do you start generational wealth? You chip away at it. Owning a home is a perfect way of starting your generational wealth. Get yourself a life insurance policy is another way of creating wealth through a life insurance policy. If you're not trying to be a millionaire or billionaire, I get that. But get some security. Get you a $200,000, $300,000 life insurance policy in place. That's like putting $200,000, $300,000 in the bank today. My name is Donald Marquez. You can contact me at 702-236-2624, 702-236-2624, 702-236-2624. Purchasing a life insurance policy is like buying money for cheap. Now you want to know? You want to? I did a math the other day on a young lady came in. She purchased a $500,000 life insurance, a $500,000 life insurance policy. We divided her payments into the $500,000. It would take her 260 years to save $500,000 on the policy purchase. 260 years to save $500,000. So she fully understand what I was talking about. She said, "Oh wow, you know what? I just put $500,000 in my savings account for that rainy day, and to pass on to her two children." To pass on to her two children. My name is Donald Marquez. Give us a call today. Veronica's standing by. 702-236-2624. 702-236-2624. I want to thank the people that came in and purchased home, auto, and life insurance on my short week last week. I only worked 3 days. I needed a vacation too, a little bit of stay-in vacation. I got up this morning, and like I have been for the last couple of weeks, and I've been walking. Get up, and 20 minutes will change your day. Get up and walk for about 20 minutes at a brisk walk or at your own pace. It's going to change your life. Change your habits, change your life. It's going to make you feel better. Your day will be an incredible day. You'll feel energetic. And I did not have a cup of coffee today. I'm not going to have a cup of coffee. I'm just going to get up and walk. And my body said, "Hey, man, let's get up. It's 6:30. We got to get up and walk." My body's telling me that because I've been doing it a lot lately. Getting up and walking, you can do the same thing. Give your body some nourishment that it needs, some air. Let your blood flow through your body. It's gonna make you feel so much better. That's what Donald do, by the way. Start walking. Feel better about yourself. All those pills you're taking it every day. If you start doing something, just a little exercise every single day. Just your routine, especially if you're retired. I would be in the best shape of my life if I was retired. Good morning, Frank. How are you today?
Oh, pretty good, Donald. Good morning.
Oh, good. Do you have questions from us from our Facebook? And I want to thank our Facebook people for our comments and questions that come through Facebook. And it's some very interesting questions. Again, these questions are not pre-rehearsed. I'm hearing them for the very first time, just like you are. What do you have for us today, Frank?
All right, our first question concerns, first two concern auto insurance. So this first person wants to know, or has a vehicle that is 17 years old and keeps liability insurance on it. And they said they heard you mention classic car insurance, and they want to know, should they be thinking about getting it or keep the basic liability insurance on it?
It just depends on the value of the car. Good question, by the way. Now, if you have a car that's 20 years or older, it can be considered a classic. Now, if you have a vehicle that's 30 years old, it really depends on the car. Now, if you have a let's say Ford or Buick LeSabre that's 20 years old, that might not be worth that much. Or if you have a Yugo, you gotta be in that classic car realm where your classic car is going to be worth something like a Camaro or Corvette or Mustang. When you start collecting the muscle cars, this is what the collectors go after. Now, if you have a vehicle classic car vehicle that's over 20 years old or 30 years old, between 20 and 30 years old, or even older, and you have it on your regular auto insurance policy, it is not insured up to its full value, because a lot of these old school cars today, when I grew up, we could purchase those cars for like a couple $100, $500 at the most, a 57 Chevy or 1960 Chevrolet Impala convertible. I mean, you pick that up all day, like $500. Like, they were everywhere. But today, these cars are worth $60,000, $50,000. I'm looking at the auctions, they were $50,000, $60,000. I can't believe it. I cannot believe the cost of these cars today. And back in the day, they didn't even cost that much money brand new. They was probably less than $2,000 a purchase brand new back in the 60s. But today, it's a strong value. It's a strong market out there for these classic vehicles because of the way they're built, the curves, the style. Back in the day, you knew what a Chevy was a Chevy. You know, a Buick was a Buick and a Ford was a Ford. Today, they all look alike. And not to say anything wrong with that, but, times have changed. What you want to do, you want to put your classic car on a classic car policy if it's 20 to 30 years old. But we want to make sure we're going to give you an evaluation of what that car is worth, what the car value is, because we're going to put what we call a stated agreed value on the car. I have a 1982 Chevrolet Corvette that I had rebuilt, and I put the agreed value on this vehicle. I did do some modifications on it. Now I'm going to have to up the value of the car because I had to have it insured through a classic car company. For more information, call us today, 702-236-2624, 702-236-2624. What else you have?
All right, the next person is a guy, and he is saying that him and his girlfriend have recently moved in together, and they were thinking about combining their auto and home insurance policies. Is that possible, considering that they're not married?
Yes and no. Yes, it is possible, but they don't have a financial interest in each other's car insurance policy. It has to be a financial interest because what we'd have to do is have them both the named insured on the auto insurance policy. Because they do share the household, we can make that happen for you. If you're not married, you cohabitate. Now, I've met some people that do cohabitate, but they want to keep everything separate. So that's why I say it could be either way when it comes to that. Because if you cohabitate, you may want to keep your bills separate. Or if you do want to combine your autos together, we would have to make you both what we call the named insured. Not one is a named insured. In other words, the owner of the policy, whose name is listed first, and the other person is listed as a driver. Okay, they both have to be insured as named insured on an auto insurance policy. And the reason, because we want to have them both as a named insured, is because if the DMV does a search, they're not searching for drivers on an auto insurance policy. They're not searching for drivers. They're looking for named insureds. And that's why when you could change your insurance, sometimes you get that letter from the DMV. They're just trying to verify the information that they receive, because we're telling them you have new insurance and your other insurance company maybe haven't reported that you canceled your policy yet. They want to make sure the information is accurate, because you could have called the DMV. You could have called the auto insurance company, got a quote on the policy, took the policy, and decided not to keep it for whatever reason. Okay, because people like to shop a lot. It's okay to shop, but we're looking for people that with some stability. Don't shop every 6 months. You can inquire about your payment every 6 months. That's fine. Make sure your coverages are up to date just in case you change cars. But when you're bouncing around a lot, you're not getting that discounts, that valuable discounts that you need, that loyalty. They call it a loyalty discount. Now, you need to be with your insurance carrier for at least 3 years before you start shopping. That's just an FYI. Or if you just purchased a car, you didn't have any auto insurance for the first 6 months, that's a good time to start shopping too. After the first 6 months. My name is Donald Marquez. Give us a call at 702-236-2624, 702-236-2624. My location is right on the corner of Sahara and Rancho in the U.S. Bank building across the street from the Palisades Hotel. Right on the corner of Sahara and Rancho. Not Sahara and Rainbow. Sahara and Rancho. I had some people coming, I'm way out here on Rainbow. No. I know, because it says West Sahara. It's west of the 15. It's kind of odd how they do it. But I'm across the street from the Palisades in a beautiful U.S. Bank building on the 8th floor, Work by appointment only, 702-236-2624. We can absolutely help you combine, if you cohabitate, combine the home together. And, we can do the home. The home is going to give an auto discount, but we can make a multi-car discount on your one auto policy. Multi-car discount, that's a great discount to have, along with the renters or the homeowners insurance. That's going to give, they both discount each other. Okay, that's a good question, Frank.
All right. And we got one more life insurance question. This person states that they've had a heart attack in the past and have had some cardiovascular issues recently. Would they still be able to get some type of life insurance policy?
Yes, great question. I specialize in final expense life insurance. I'm one of the top agents in Nevada for final expense life insurance. We do have a company that will take you in. If you have heart condition, if you have heart problems, congestive heart failure, heart surgery, disease of the heart, including heart attack, heart surgery, or congestive heart failure, we can get you a life insurance policy. Now, the max we can go on that is $15,000. I'm gonna call you. If you're calling me looking for $100,000 or heart disease, it's not gonna happen. I'm gonna be straight with you. I gotta be straight with you. The most we can get you is $15,000. Now, what will $15,000 do? It'll take care of final expense, because you're just not qualified to get a bigger policy than that. And you can only get it through me because most companies, when you have that serious condition, will only offer you a minimum amount of life insurance. It's less than $5,000. But however, I do have a company that we can get you up to $15,000 worth of whole life insurance, not term. You won't qualify for term. You won't qualify for term with congestive heart failure or heart attack, any type of heart disease. You won't qualify for term. All right? You won't qualify for universal life. You will qualify for a whole life insurance product. 702-236-2624, 702-236-2624. And those are great questions, Frank. Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
No problem.
What I find is people that have congestive heart failure, diabetes, whether you're diabetic 1 or 2, don't ever just say, well, you know what, I can't get life insurance. So don't say can't, never. No, don't do that. Because no one is dropping you a letter in the mail say, hey, sign up here and buy this policy. If you do that, you're paying the highest cost for life insurance, and you're buying the worst possible policy out there. I get it all the time in the mail, and they come from well-known companies. Some of these companies I even represent. However, they're going to offer you probably up to $10,000, but it's not going to be the best policy for your advantage, because and some of these policies that I've seen, and I have one right now, I'm holding up on Facebook, you can see, right? On Facebook, you can see right here, because we're Facebook Live. They're offering up to $10,000, but I'm reading the fine print. There is a 2-year modification, which that's normal if you have a certain condition. Now, if you have heart disease, any of these heart diseases within the last 2 years, or if you currently have it, these policies will be modified, or they will be called graded. What does that mean? It means you're not insured for the full amount of the face amount for the first 2 years. Okay, you're not insured for the full face amount for the first 2 years. Now, why does companies do that? Because they don't know who you are. They don't know what kind of condition you are. There's no physical. There's no one coming face-to-face with you. Now, if you're looking for life insurance and you want to contact me, there is a face-to-face interview. I have to see you. I'm not going to offer you a life insurance policy without seeing you. I have to see you. I want to see you anyway. You should want to see me. And, and so we can sit down and have an intelligent conversation about your concerns. You may qualify for more life insurance. That's why I want to see you. You may qualify for more life insurance. Or hopefully we can reduce the auto insurance policy, the home insurance policy, get you insured to offset the cost of life insurance. However, again, the graded policy is a 2-year wait. These offers you receive in the mail are absolutely, you're not going to get insurance day one on an offer through the mail. What I've also noticed through these offers through the mail is sometimes these policies, they say up to a coverage could be up to age 100. I see that. I get that. But the problem is sometimes up to age 100, after age 80, 85, the rates go up even higher every year. Or if you purchase a policy and you bought one of these policies through the mail and all of a sudden you see your monthly premiums going up each month or every year on the anniversary, every year on this anniversary, because now you're getting into what we call the cost of insurance. Now, if you have a cash value policy like a universal life and the cost of insurance is affecting you, they're draining your cash value is built up a little bit, but what's happening, because the cost of insurance at your certain age is costing more to insure you, they drain your cash value on your policy. They drain your cash value on your policy. This is why I recommend you to have an insurance review. My name is Donald Marquez. Contact me at 702-236-2624. We'll call you right after the show. 702-236-2624. 702-236-2624. Now, with a whole life product, the cost of insurance is already built in the whole life policy. When you purchase a whole life policy, for me, it goes to age 100. The premiums are going to stay the same. The face amount is not going to reduce. Okay? The face amount will stay the same. The premiums will stay the same. That's important to me because the cost of insurance is already built in this whole life product. Now, when you have what we call a universal or flexible life insurance product with that flexible term in there, you have to understand what that means, because with the flex, you will build up cash value, but as you get older, the cost of insurance is going to go up, and it's going to take your cash value away down to zero, all right, down to zero. But now, every year on this anniversary, you're going to see your premiums go up. Now, those policies were very popular 15 years ago, 10 years ago. They were very popular because they had no idea what the economy was going to do, because they rated out a percentage. Based on the indexes, your percentage is going to be growth 3% a year and all that good business. But in 2007, we all know what happened in 2007. Everything went upside down. And when you have one of these flexible premium policies, you're starting to feel it right now, because you're trying to I got $100,000. I don't know what to do. You're confused, but your premiums are going up on you every single year as you get older. Now, what we can do, we can correct that. We can get you a life insurance policy the premiums will stay the same, the face amount will stay the same, it'll fit in your budget, but you have to pick up the phone and give us a call at 702-236-2624. Regardless, heart disease, if you have a circulatory system problem, including stroke, aneurysm, if you have cancer, if you have a lung disease or a COPD, if you have a kidney failure, we can help you. Or even an organ transplant. Alzheimer's, dementia. Now, if you have Alzheimer's or dementia, we would have to have someone come in the office for you in your behalf. Diabetics. A lot of these major insurance companies that offer the larger policies are not taking in diabetics right now. Okay? The diabetes, unfortunately, they're just not taking them. It's very hard for me to place insurance on a person with diabetes on a universal life. However, I can put you with a whole life policy up to $35,000. Now, that's something better than nothing. Now, your health condition does determine what is offered to you. Now, if you're extremely healthy, you can get as much life insurance as you can afford, because it does have to fit in your budget. These companies are not going to offer you millions of dollars worth of life insurance if it doesn't fit in your budget, because it has to make sense to them as well. Because after 2 years, even after 2 years, if you commit suicide, they have to pay. That's just the way it is. So they want to make sure it's the right fit for them too. Because if they're insuring you, they have to make sure it's the right fit. I represent 66 life insurance companies. We can find a company for you. Now, out of that 66 companies, I probably only use about 12 of them. Because I've fine-tuned when you come in, and this is why it's so important I need to see you. I'm going to look at your height, weight. We're going to talk about the medicines you take. They may or may not be a physical. I don't give the physical. I don't insure you. I'll get you in touch with the insurance company. You don't pay me. You pay the insurance companies. You don't pay me for anything. You don't pay for the interview. You don't pay for your auto insurance. I don't take payments on the auto insurance policy. Only an initial payment. We take no cash in my office at all. At all. No payment. No payments at all in my office are being made. No cash will come across our desk at all. You pay the insurance company. That's what I'm going to set you up with. I am a broker that represents multiple auto, home, and life insurance companies. My name is Donald Marquez. I love doing this every week. Now, they did change our schedule here to 88. So we're on every second and fourth Friday of the month. I did talk to the Don father. He was a little disappointed because he couldn't broadcast last week. He was all fired up, but Frank was laughing. But they're gonna let him out this Friday because he had his little let out, go out card last Friday. But I told him just to hold it for this Friday. So the Don father will be in this Friday with all his wisdom and intimidation as well. So if you've been listening to my show, you know the Don father is. If it's the first time tuning in, check me out this Friday from 9:30 to 10 o'clock right here at Power 88. Real quick shout out to Sheila Smith on She Does Loans. She'll be broadcasting tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 10:30. She'll talk about how to get that mortgage, to get that home. And also, Like It Is Radio with Cheryl and Franklin on Fridays from 10 a.m. to 11 o'clock right here at Power 88. I want to thank you for listening. Check us out this Friday from 9:30 to 10 o'clock. Until then, just keep it crispy.